Assalamualaikum Profesor Irwandi. Assalamualaikum Pak.
Waalaikumsalam
Masya Allah. Wah, terima kasih Pak. Tadi saya lihat saya sempat kok saya belum buka kameranya. Saya lihat tadi sempat masuk di awal ya Bapak.
Oh
Prof.
iya, saya
Iya.
salah lihat jamnya.
Prof. Aman, insya Allah. Ini kita dua speaker sudah hadir ya. Nanti saya insya Allah akan koordinasi juga ini dengan rekan-rekan.
Iya.
Siap. Oh,
Pak Raha di mana ini?
Oh iya, mohon izin, Prof. Ini saya Raka, posisi di Taiwan.
Di
Saya
Taiwan.
representasi teman-teman dari FORMMIT juga, membantu agenda UAD untuk menyelenggarakan ini juga gitu.
Iya.
Tadi
Makasih.
kayaknya Bu Nurhansana mau ini berbincang.
Assalamualaikum Prof. Irwandi.
Waalaikumsalam, Prof. Nur, udah lama nih. Ini saya
Prof.
ngeset.
Irwandi kameranya kok ini apa namanya?
Iya, lagi agak blur ya.
Ya, kenapa ini?
Ini lampunya ini. Sebentar, saya ini kan dulu.
Oke.
Baik. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Rekan-rekan semua, tak lupa kita sampaikan puji syukur kita kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala yang telah mengumpulkan kita insyaallah dalam keadaan sehat walafiat, dan tak lupa juga kita sampaikan junjungan kita kepada Rasulullah SAW, salawat dan salam kita kepada Rasulullah SAW pada umatnya insyaallah kita yang kemudian melanjutkan perjuangan beliau, yaitu adalah perjuangan dakwah, dan khususnya apa yang akan kita bicarakan dan juga bincang dan diskusi pada malam hari ini, yaitu mengenai apa? Mengenai selamat datang juga nih ya untuk halal for better quality ya, ada di atas kepala saya begini insyaallah. Nah, kali ini kita akan masuk pada part 3, namun sebelum masuk lebih dalam saya mohon izin untuk sampaikan salam hormat saya kepada rekan-rekan juga yang terutama ya saya sampaikan kepada ada hadir dari Ketua PCIA Taiwan, Bu Keliana Irawati, MKEB NS SPKEB Jiwa. Nah, ini insya Allah nanti akan membersamai kita pun juga akan memberikan sambutan pada malam hari ini. Begitupun juga rekan pemateri, ada Prof. Irwandi Jazwir yang menemani kita pada malam hari ini, dan juga ada Brother Majid Sai. Welcome, brother, to our forum for today, the Halal for Better Quality Life Part 3. Hopefully you're going to join us better and gives us more insights about how to things about and the knowledge about halal. And also saya butuh sampaikan juga rekan-rekan kita yang mengadakan acara Halal for Better Quality Life ini bersama-sama, yaitu dari Universitas Ahmad Dahlan, dan juga ada Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, ada PCIA Taiwan, PCI Muhammadiyah Taiwan, PCI UNU Taiwan, dan juga FORMMIT, Forum Mahasiswa Muslim Indonesia Taiwan, dan juga ada rekan-rekan lainnya yang mohon maaf tidak bisa saya sebutkan namanya satu persatu tanpa mengurangi rasa hormat saya. Nah, insya Allah kita akan masuki agenda, namun sebelum kita masuk lebih dalam, rekan-rekan semua, kita akan membaca juga, tak lupa untuk menyampaikan lafaz tauz basmalah dan selawat. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala sayyidina Muhammad. Dan insya Allah kita juga akan mendengarkan lantunan Quran. Rasanya tidak afdol kemudian kita membuka halal forum ini tanpa dengan lantunan Quran. Maka dari itu insya Allah saya mohon bantuan pada Pak Darori Hasan. Selalu sudah ada ya beliau ya di dalam forum. Mungkin dipersilahkan untuk menyampaikan tilawatil Quran. Silakan Pak Darori.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Insya Allah akan saya sampaikan Al-Quran Al-Baqarah ayat 168 hingga 173. Bagi yang ingin menyimak, silahkan dibuka Al-Qurannya. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Ya ayyuhan nasu kulu mimma fil ardi halalan thayyiban wa la tattabi'u khutuwatis syaitan innahu lakum aduwwum مبين إنما يأمركم بالسوء والفحشاء وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون ومثل الذين كفروا كمثل الذي ينعق بما لا يسمع إلا دعاء ونداء صم بكم عمي فهم لا يعقلون يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل به لغير الله فمن اضطر غير باغ ولا عاد فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم. Sadaqallahul azim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Pak Darori Hasan atas lantunan tilawatil Qur'annya. Semoga kita pun yang mendengarkan dan membacakan mendapat syafaat dari Allah Subhanahu wa taala, dan sesuai dengan apa yang tadi disampaikan dalam ayat Allah Subhanahu wa taala, kita pun juga ada kewajiban untuk mengkonsumsi sesuatu yang halal dan thayyib. Dan insyaallah kita akan memulai mengetahui akan hal itu, apa yang tadi dibacakan dalam tilawatil Quran Pak Ahmad Daruri Hasan, dengan berbincang lebih dalam mengenai topik pada malam hari ini. Tentu sebelum kita masuk ke dalam, tak lupa kita ingin dengarkan juga, yaitu sambutan dari Ketua PCIA Taiwan, ada Bu Keliana Irawati, MKEB NSSP KEB Jiwa. Insyaallah beliau sudah ada bersama kita. Assalamualaikum Bu Keliana.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Mas Raka Ramadana.
Ya, monggo Bu Keliana, silakan sambutannya.
Baik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Asyhadu alla ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Assalamualaikum Prof. Nur Hasanah, Prof. Irwandi.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Tak lupa kita sampaikan salawat serta salam kita kepada junjungan kita Nabi besar Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam yang telah berhasil membawa kita dari zaman kegelapan hingga ke zaman yang terang benderang pada saat ini. Tidak lupa saya sampaikan salam hormat saya kepada Profesor Dr. Nur Hasanah MSI sebagai Ketua Pengabdian Masyarakat. Pada malam hari ini, Masya Allah, Prof, sudah sesi 3 nih, nggih, Prof, nggih. Alhamdulillah sampai saat ini berjalan dengan lancar. Webinar kali ini menggandeng PCIA Taiwan, Universitas Ahmad Dahlan bersama dengan PCIA Taiwan, kemudian FORMMIT. Nah, berhasil menyelenggarakan webinar secara berseri terkait dengan halal for better quality of life. Tak lupa juga saya sampaikan salam hormat saya kepada Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir. Assalamualaikum Prof. Irwandi dari Malaysia.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Alhamdulillah bisa bertatap muka secara virtual ya Prof.
Sama-sama.
Pada saat ini. Dan Brother Masjid Sai dari ICD Halal, from ICD Halal Taiwan. Good evening, Brother Majid. Luar biasa sekali webinar berseri pada 3 minggu ini, ya Prof. Nurye.
Ya, Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum, Brother Sai.
Thank you.
Di negara yang minoritas Muslim ini halal masih menjadi tantangan tersendiri dan masih menjadi hal yang sangat menarik untuk dikulik dari berbagai sisi, baik itu dari makanan, produk, kecantikan, maupun mana kita bersikap. Nah, semoga dengan webinar berseri ini semakin membukakan wawasan kita terkait produk-produk halal, kemudian masakan halal atau kosmetik halal yang bisa kita konsumsi khususnya di daerah minoritas seperti di Taiwan pada saat ini. Ya, terima kasih juga kepada peserta dari PCIA, dari FORMMIT, dari Taiwan, PCIM maupun dari teman-teman PMI yang selama ini sudah sangat antusias dan bersemangat untuk bersama-sama belajar terkait dengan halal. Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada Universitas Ahmad Dahlan yang telah memberikan dan memfasilitasi pembelajaran pada halal for better quality of life ini. Ya, saya rasa demikian sambutan dari kami. Saya Keliana mewakili PCIA Taiwan mengucapkan selamat belajar, selamat menimba ilmu, selamat bersenang-senang dengan materi yang akan diberikan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Ibu Keliana, Ketua PCIA Taiwan yang telah menyampaikan sambutannya. Insyaallah semoga pun kita juga dapat menjalankan apa yang sudah disampaikan oleh beliau, yaitu mengetahui lebih banyak pengetahuan mengenai halal for better quality of life ini. Nah, sekali lagi kita akan langsung ya setelah ini membicarakan, mendiskusikan dan juga belajar lebih dalam mengenai halal for better quality life. Jadi selalu ada tulisannya di atas saya seperti ini ya. Nah, ini sebelum kita masuk lebih dalam, kita ingin berkenalan terlebih dahulu kepada pemateri yang pertama. Insya Allah ada Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir gitu. Nah, untuk awalan mungkin perkenankan saya untuk share screen mengenai CV beliau terlebih dahulu. Saya tidak akan membaca luar biasa panjang CV beliau ya, Masya Allah. Saya hanya akan kemudian meng-highlight hal-hal yang awalan saja begitu ya. Nah, Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir, nah ini merupakan King Faisal International Prize Laureate, mendapatkan ya Reward Service to Islam. Lalu setelah itu kita bisa lihat di CV-nya ini saat ini kondisi beliau yang terbaru ini adalah profesor di Food Chemistry and Biochemistry International Islamic University of Malaysia. Tidak ada off-nya ternyata saya, mohon koreksi. Lalu setelah itu ada juga posisi lainnya, yaitu adalah sebagai kepala ya, yaitu Chairman Korea In Heart Halal Certification Authority. Jadi beliau juga lebih tahu dan lebih paham mengenai sertifikasi halal. Lalu setelah itu lahirnya di mana nih bagi yang kemudian ini mengetahui? Di Medan. Nah ini kalau kita biasanya bacanya sampai sini aja ya. Lalu kemudian tercantum pada CV setelah itu mungkin kita tidak baca. Nah, nationality-nya Indonesian, ya, jadi masih Indonesia, betul sekali. Religion jelas ya, kita membicarakan tentang halal yaitu adalah Islam, dan ini kondisinya selain itu. Bagi yang ingin menghubungi lebih lanjut bisa ada emailnya di sini, tanya-tanya lebih dalam bisa langsung menghubungi langsung kepada beliau. Nah, ini pendidikan yang terakhir saja ya, berarti ya Profesor untuk saya bacakan ini ada saat ini ya. Ada, ini sudah sebetulnya sudah berlangsung. Namun yang paling terakhir itu untuk edukasinya atau education-nya itu ada postdoctoral fellowship in lipid biochemistry National Food Research Institute atau NFRI di Tsukuba, Jepang. Nah, tapi saat ini berarti posisinya profesor ya di International Food Chemistry and Biochemistry yang tadi yang sudah saya sampaikan. Nah, ada juga professional experience-nya, career highlight banyak sekali yang disampaikan oleh profesor juga. Nah, namun yang saat ini present ya, ini ada senior professor di Food Chemistry and Biochemistry International Islamic University of Malaysia. Terus abis itu sisanya ini ada juga misalnya yang sampai present ya, seperti ini contohnya koordinator Process and Molecular Engineering Research Unit, PP Meru, dan seterusnya. Ada research ongoing juga ternyata luar biasa dan ini sudah didanai juga oleh pemerintah terlihatnya di sini. Nah, kita langsung saja berarti ya, tidak perlu panjang juga. Saya tidak memperpanjang materi CV yang saya bacakan. Lalu apa yang akan kemudian dibawakan oleh beliau ini, bagaimana cara kita bisa mengetahui halal dan dampak halalan ini terhadap kesehatan kita, dan juga bagaimana caranya kita memilih dan memilah terkait halal itu sendiri, makanan halal, minuman halal, atau bagaimana kita juga mengkonsumsinya dengan cara yang baik pun secara jasmani kita. Kita langsung saja sambut pada Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir. Dipersilakan, Prof.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi rasulillah ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Rabbi shrahli sadri wa yassirli amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Yang kami hormati ya, Mas Raka Ramadana, selaku moderator ya pada kesempatan ini. Yang kami hormati pertama-tama Ibu Profesor Nur Hasanah dari Fakultas Farmasi Universitas Ahmad Dahlan, Ibu Keliana ya dari PCIA Taiwan ya Bu ya. Kalau saya dari PCIM Malaysia.
Masya
Dari
Allah.
PCIM Malaysia, jadi kita mungkin mudah-mudahan nggak tahu ada teman-teman dari PCIM nggak ya hadir di sini ya, PCIM Malaysia.
Insya Allah.
Dan juga fellow speaker malam ini Ustaz Brother Majid saya dari Taiwan sendiri. Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam.
Pertama-tama terima kasih kepada, thank you very much to the committee for inviting me to this forum, Halal for Better Quality of Life ya. Halal for Better Quality of Life, something yang menurut saya tidak begitu mudah untuk didiskusikan ya. Banyak hal sebenarnya ya. Jadi ketika kita bicara better quality of life ini ya, tentu saja aspeknya banyak sekali, dan halal ya sebisa kita mungkin itu yang akan kita bicarakan pada malam ini. Sebelumnya saya minta izin dari Mas Raka, ini berapa lama ya Mas waktunya?
Insya Allah 30 menit, Profesor.
30 menit, saya nyiapin slide agak panjang, tapi mungkin saya
Siap.
izinkan saya untuk kontrol slide-nya sehingga saya mungkin highlight mana yang bisa, yang perlu atau ini saja. Jadi izinkan saya untuk
bisa ya. Sepertinya sudah bisa, Prof.
Iya, terima kasih. Sudah terlihat juga ya. Ini saya judulnya saya modifikasi sedikit, halal food and lifestyle. Tadi diminta halal lifestyle saja dari Ibu Warsi, tapi saya merasa food itu kok lebih dominan gitu ya, karena ini mungkin yang paling esensial, yang lebih dibanding sektor-sektor lain dalam industri. Tapi bagaimanapun keseluruhan sektor-sektor itu akan kita bahas ya. Sekali lagi saya Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir ya, sekarang jadi guru besar di Malaysia dan juga jadi staf pengajar di Fakultas Farmasi Universitas Ahmad Dahlan. Ya, jadi masih ya, mungkin untuk saat sekarang lebih banyak kelasnya secara online ya, tapi sebelumnya kalau dulu sebelum COVID ya datang ke Jogja ngajarnya ya Bu Nur ya. Dan ini sebuah program yang menurut kami luar biasa ya. Kita ada semacam community service ya, atau kita bakti sosial dan sebagainya. Kalau kita perhatikan sekarang isu-isu halal memang perlu kegiatan-kegiatan seperti ini ya, dalam rangka mengedukasi masyarakat, baik yang masyarakat kita sendiri di Indonesia maupun dimanapun kita berada dan berdomisili. Karena isunya ini sangat kompleks. Setiap hari itu banyak sekali perubahan. Terutama ya sekarang ini ada istilahnya, misalnya ada future foods, pangan masa depan misalnya. Di Singapura itu sudah ada daging yang diproduksi di laboratorium. Jadi gimana hukumnya gitu ya. Banyak sekali perubahan-perubahan seperti itu yang menuntut kita perlu paling tidak ini mengedukasi lingkungan kita. Ya, karena tidak sesederhana ya yang kita konsumsi di waktu dulu. Saya tidak tahu apa harus berbahasa Indonesia apa bahasa Inggris. Ada peserta yang dengan berbahasa Inggris dari sini selain Ustadz Majid ya. Oke, mungkin campur aja ya. Ini sedikit ya, tahun 2018 I received this award ya, King Faisal International Prize. It's related to the my involvement in the what they call is research, innovation related to halal, and this is something that we are going to discuss this evening. I become the first scientist to have received the award because the previous recipients are either state leaders, kepala negara atau great Muslim scholars, ulama dan sebagainya. Jadi something new, something new. What I mean is yayasan King Faisal melihat bahwa halal itu something yang baru yang harus diketahui oleh umat, dan lebih kurang misinya seperti itu gitu ya. Jadi tidak masuk kategori yang selama ini ulama sampaikan, tidak juga kebijakan-kebijakan negara, tapi ini kita melihat bagaimana kita melihat sisi halal dan haram itu dari aspek sains dan ilmu pengetahuan seperti itu. Jadi tadi Qori kita sudah membacakan ya, banyak sekali ya. When we look at the Quran and also Hadith, a lot of verses and also Sunnah says about halal ya. Dan ini one of them is something yang among the famous one itu adalah surat Al-Baqarah verse 168. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim, ya ayuhan nas kulu mimma fil ard halalan thayyiban ya. Jadi makanlah apa-apa yang ada di muka bumi halal dan baik. Ya. Jadi terjemahan halal dan baik ini yang mungkin akan berbeda dari waktu ke waktu. Halalnya kita udah tahu, confirm ya, halal itu seperti ini, ada nasnya, ada aturannya dan sebagainya. Ya kita sudah belajari mungkin kalau di Indonesia dari kita zaman SD ya sudah belajar. Tapi thayyiban ini yang berubah dari waktu ke waktu. The concept of thayyiban mungkin terjemahan sendiri udah berapa Quran tafsir Al-Quran itu menerjemahkan bukan lagi good ya, tapi wholesome ya, wholesome atau halal dan quality. Ada yang menerjemahkan seperti itu. Jadi pengertian thayyiban itu adalah dari aspek kesehatan, dari aspek kebersihan, aspek nutrisi, gizi dan sebagainya ya. Ini yang sudah masuk ke dalam bagian thayyiban. Dan di beberapa sertifikasi ya, halal sertifikasi, SOP halalnya itu sudah mencakup thayyiban sebagian. Ya misalnya ya produknya halal tapi pabriknya nggak bersih, itu nggak akan dapat sertifikasi karena ini thayyibannya yang tidak lulus ya, seperti itu ya. Jadi ini sudah masuk ya, dan I'm sure ya from time to time more aspek ya in thayyiban ini akan will be included in the SOP of the halal certification. Ada perubahan. Traditionally halal itu include perhaps only processed food and beverages and then organic and non-organic ingredients, logistics, etc. But the emerging sectors in halal industry nowadays include cosmetics, personal care, healthcare products, and then tourism services, and then modest fashion and other sectors, including perhaps Islamic finance, dan sebagainya. Ini yang emerging. What the meaning of emerging here? emerging here open the opportunities for those who would like to get into it. Jadi kebanyakan negara-negara Muslim tidak terlibat di sini, di yang emerging ini. Kosmetik, personal care mostly dari negara-negara majority non-Muslim, ya, yang majoritinya non-Muslim, dan mereka yang kita tidak menyalahkan, ya, kita tidak menyalahkan mereka yang mengambil peluang dan kesempatan. Sayang sekali, ya, kita masih berkutat di proses food dan sebagainya, tapi peluang-peluang yang lain, ya, misalnya di kosmetik, personal care, misalnya negara Korea, Taiwan, China, Jepang dan sebagainya, ini yang paling rajin ini untuk mengambil kesempatan. Kenapa sektornya bertambah besar, bertambah luas? Karena orang melihat halal itu sebagai gaya hidup sekarang. Ya, halal is a lifestyle itself. Ya, gaya hidup sendiri. Ya, ada data 65%, ini sebagai contoh ya, 65% daging halal dari Selandia Baru, kita tahu Selandia Baru and Australia, New Zealand and Australia are two major countries, ya, exporting halal meat, ya, dua negara, dan 65% of halal meat from New Zealand is exported to non-Muslim country. Jadi kita bisa lihat bahwa orang melihatnya bukan aspek agama lagi, tapi aspek gaya hidup. Halal dilihat sebagai sesuatu yang bersih, sesuatu yang udah melewati prosedur, ya, melewati standar tersendiri. Kan standar ininya jelas, ya, standar kalau ISO-nya jelas misalnya, ditambah lagi dengan standar halal, jadi double itu standarnya. Jadi orang melihat ini adalah simbol dari kualitas. Ya. Yang kedua, dua negara terbesar yang mengimpor produk halal Malaysia, misalnya Inggris dan China, dan dua-duanya bukan negara Muslim. Ya, dan di dalam ada data lain di Malaysia ini 20 top 20 negara yang mengimpor produk dari Malaysia, produk halal, yang negara-negara Muslim itu cuma 4 atau 5 negara saja. Jadi yang sebagian besar itu negara-negara non-Muslim. Ini angkanya 3,1 triliun. Kita harus jeli melihat peluang. Ya, kita today, ya, we are discussing this to the community in Taiwan. Yes, I think I was invited in 2018, 2019, yeah, to Taiwan, to Taipei, and I gave a talk on halal. And then I also mentioned this. I did mention because this is opportunity to everyone who like to get into it. Yeah, the opportunity 3.1, because a Muslim cannot just simply consume anything. No, we have a rules and regulation that we have to follow. Yeah, and many non-Muslim countries, like as I mentioned just now, yeah, China, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and also European countries, America, New Zealand, etc. They produce halal products and services. Okay. This is how much a Muslim spend the money, yeah, for sectors in halal. And what the position of Indonesia now? Indonesia, we are ranked number 4. Yeah, we are ranked number 4, nomor 4 di dunia, dan alhamdulillah ini sebuah peningkatan yang bagus. The ecosystem need to be improved. Yeah, the ecosystem need to be improved. Ada negara-negara yang tidak terlalu fokus di ranking. Ya, negara-negara negara majority non-Muslim country, they are not really keen into the ranking, yeah. But for them, industry is more important because industry will give return, yeah, to them, money, etc. Yeah. What I see the differences between the halal ecosystem in Indonesia and in Malaysia, because I live in Malaysia more than 25 years. And what I can see here is that the ecosystem in Malaysia is much better. Yeah, almost all the ministries in Malaysia get involved in the development of halal industry, or at least the support the industry. Yeah, just mention the name. Yeah, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Higher Education, Ministry of Research, Innovation, Ministry of Agriculture, etc. Even Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There is a unit or division that involved in halal. yeah, at least to promote Malaysian products in the embassy, etc. Yeah. In Malaysia, they have the production, services, infrastructure, human capital, and government support. This is no wonder Malaysia is ranked #1. Yeah, so this is the reason. Of course, during the pandemic, some sectors in halal industry had the effect. Yeah, we cannot deny this. Yeah, during the pandemic, yeah, at least for food and pharmaceutical, these are two sectors that remain the growth. Yeah, do not have much effect of the pandemic. Other sectors severely affected or moderately affected. Like tourism, we know, yeah, the Islamic tourism got affected a lot, yeah, and then but for food and pharmaceutical, these are two sectors that remain important, yeah, relevant in whatever situation, yeah. So this is the thing that we have to bear in mind, that these two they give the potential for us. Actually, if we know how to capitalize the potential, and we see all our resources, etc., we can produce something during this pandemic. Okay, brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, ada 3 isu utama ya, bicara tentang halal lifestyle, ya, halal product and services. Yang pertama itu raw material. Wherever we are, wherever we live, we have at least we know some knowledge about the materials. Otherwise we will be blank when choosing a food, especially when you live in, for example, in Taiwan. For example, I know in Taiwan a lot of halal food. Yeah, but at least if you go to supermarket, equip ourselves with the knowledge, yeah, about raw materials, yeah, raw materials. Second is a processing, because raw material processing are very, very critical in terms of halal. Again, the third one, I think this is more toward the role of the university, is in authentication. The concept of halal in Islam is very clear, 100% halal, yeah. It cannot be 90%, 95%, no. In Islam, halal or non-halal, okay. But in every, we see this flow chart, yeah, in what we call the supply chain, from source of origin, dari bahan baku sampai produk akhir atau end product, ada tahap-tahapannya. Dan di setiap tahapan itu ada kemungkinan kontaminasi. Jadi kalau kita belajar halal critical control point, misalnya kalau di HACCP ada ya, hazardous, ya, analytical critical control point, HACCP misalnya, itu kan ada titik-titik pentingnya, ya, critical point-nya. Tapi di halal, kalau saya perhatikan ya hampir setiap tahapan ini adalah critical point di sini. Ya, karena apa? Karena dalam Islam itu satu aja kontaminasi itu menjadi tidak halal. Ya, walaupun misalnya 98%-nya kan halal, Pak, katanya. Ya tetap aja jadi tidak halal. Jadi ini harus kita ketahui. Nah, contohnya di sini ya, titik-titik kritisnya misalnya, kalau ingredients itu misalnya turunan-turunan babi, ya, banyak sekali ya, baik yang baik yang lemaknya, yang proteinnya dan sebagainya, atau enzimnya, ya, enzim itu bisa jadi dari hewan yang halal tapi belum tentu disembelih. Ya, atau memang dari babi, misalnya banyak sekali pepsin, itu banyak sekali yang dari trypsin, itu banyak sekali yang derived from porcine, ya, emulsifier dan sebagainya. Jadi ini sebagai contoh saja, hewan babi misalnya hampir semuanya ini ada di produk-produk keseharian kita, gitu. Ya, mungkin makanan kita kita udah aware banget ya, kita nggak masalah. Di produk-produk yang lain, ya misalnya kuas, brush, ya, atau misalnya di produk kosmetik kita, ya, di produk farmasi kita, gitu, produk farmaseutical, misalnya cangkang kapsul. Cangkang kapsul itu kan ada gelatinnya 65% misalnya. Itu kan harus dipertanyakan gelatin dari apa dulu. Ya seperti itu. Tahun 2020 we produce a book Indonesia. Ini berkaitan dengan bahan-bahan kritikal yang kritikal di Indonesia dari segi kehalalan. Dan juga bahan-bahan apa yang bisa mensubstitusi. Jadi ada set side-nya, jadi ada sisi yang menyedihkannya. Kenapa? Ternyata Indonesia itu punya bahan-bahan semua, tapi kita tidak memproduksi alternatifnya. Jadi tadi ya kita banyak sekali bahan-bahan ingredients. My background is food technology, ya, food science technology. Dan kita tahu dalam industri makanan itu ada mungkin 400-500 ingredients yang biasa dipakai oleh industri. Dan itu ada kritisnya untuk produk pangan Indonesia itu import dalam jumlah yang banyak. Ya, sebagai contoh ini 10 ya 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 lebih ya mungkin yang kita sempat teliti waktu itu. Dan ini semua Indonesia import dalam jumlah yang besar. Gelatin hanya salah satu, tapi yang lain juga flavors, oleoresin, seasonings, enzyme. Kita import semua kebanyakannya. Padahal kita punya bahan bakunya. Ya, kita punya bahan baku. Ini baru dari halal food. Belum lagi kosmetik, belum lagi pharmaceutical. Nih Prof Nur mungkin lebih tahu lebih banyak lagi bahan-bahan untuk pharmaceuticalnya. Di kosmetik misalnya, saya kalau pergi audit ya, when we do audit to South Korea misalnya, di Korea itu satu bahan kosmetik, item kosmetik itu bahannya itu bisa 30-40 jenis type of ingredients-nya. Ya, bahan-bahan kimia dan sebagainya, dan semua itu perlu kesahihannya, kehalalannya bagaimana. Ya ini harus kita perhatikan. Sebagai contoh ya di Korea ada 2.000 lebih pabrik kosmetik ya, dan mereka sekarang masuk ke industri halal juga ya. Kita udah lihat banyak juga produk-produk dari Korea ya yang sudah masuk ke Indonesia dan seterusnya. Ini contoh saja, kita berkunjung di Korea itu banyak sekali produk. Jadi Masya Allah, awareness pemerintahnya untuk masuk ke industri halal ini patut diacungi jempol ya. Saya belum melihat keseriusan seperti yang di Korea itu di Indonesia, belum ya seperti itu. Jadi difasilitasi dan sebagainya, dan keinginan swasta-swastanya juga luar biasa. Ini sebagai contoh ya, waktu itu bahkan mereka ketika di sebuah desa itu ada diproduksi jeruk nipis seperti ini, pemerintah langsung menyediakan fermentor, langsung diproduksi jadi cuka ya, jadi alkohol kemudian menjadi cuka, dan itu dijual lagi ke negara-negara Muslim. Jadi bagaimana keseriusan pemerintah Korea. Oke, ya sama juga di Jepang ya, kita serius ya dari udah cukup lama ya, sebelum Jepang menjadi tuan rumah, ditunjuk menjadi tuan rumah. Ini di Saudi Arabia, di Cina. Artinya apa? Jadi ketika kita tidak serius mengambil peluang itu, justru negara-negara yang mungkin kita merasa oh bukan negara Islam gitu, tapi mereka justru melihat itu sebuah kesempatan. Ya, bahkan di Taiwan ini saya berapa kali, 2 kali saya ke Taiwan itu ya. Ini yang kedua, ini sebuah forum tahun 2019 ya, sebelum Covid. Ini bagaimana cara mengautentikasinya? Alhamdulillah sekarang di UAD sudah ada lab-nya yang kita bangun ya, Bu Nur ya. Mudah-mudahan jadi bertahap ya. Ada waktu-waktu kita perlengkapi lah. Beberapa alat ini sudah ada di UAD, alhamdulillah. FTIR, ya, electronic nose, differential scanning calorimetry dan sebagainya. Ini yang alat-alat yang bisa diandalkan untuk mendeteksi ke kontaminasi tidak halal ya. Nah, jadi tantangannya seperti ini sebagai contoh saja. Bagaimana kita lihat nih pakai infrared, pakai infrared pada panjang gelombang tertentu, ternyata dia ada perbedaannya ya, yang bisa dijadikan sebagai markernya. Kemudian juga ini sekedar software saja, bagaimana kita bisa membedakan sebuah lemak yang halal dengan lemak-lemak yang lain yang tidak halal ya. Ini PCR ya, kita bisa lihat di sini yang halal itu spektrumnya ini lurus saja di bawah mendatar ya, sedangkan kalau ada POC dia akan naik, bisa lihat ya, Bapak-bapak Ibu-ibu semua bisa dilihat di sini. Kemudian ya ini kami pernah juga survei ini di Saudi Arabia, kita lihat waktu itu ternyata beberapa produk makanan anak-anak waktu itu di Saudi dengan teknik yang kita buat seperti ini ternyata ada mengandung DNA babi waktu itu ya, persen DNA di Saudi, dan kita publish ya tanpa memperlihatkan menunjukkan negara mana. Riset juga alkohol dan khamar kita lihat ya, kita bedakan ya, karena ada fatwa alkohol is industrial ethanol here, it means industrial ethanol. Sedangkan and then is allowable in Indonesia up to 5% as a solvent, ya. While khamar is strictly haram, ya, nggak boleh. Jadi kalau haram itu 1 tetes pun menjadi haram. Jadi apa yang kita bisa bedakan di sini industrial ethanol, kita bedakan dengan red wine, cooking wine, white wine, which are haram, ya, not acceptable in Islam. Dibandingkan ini pakai GC top, ya. Kemudian critical ingredients pada pharmaceutical itu contohnya placenta, ya, lard, gelatin, dan kolagen dan sebagainya, ya. Ini sekedar ini saja tambahan ya. Kenapa banyak gelatin dipakai ya, biasanya untuk kapsul sebagai dalam produksi tablet itu untuk binding agentnya, moisturizing, coating agent sebagainya. Juga ada di obat batuk. Jadi gelatin itu lebih hampir merata, di hampir semua produk itu ada gelatinnya. Ini subhanallah, ini kenapa kok Allah membuat seperti itu gitu ya. Jadi ini harus kita cari alternatifnya. Ini yang kami lakukan ya, riset-riset untuk mencari alternatif gelatin, dan juga riset-riset terkini berkaitan dengan gelatin, termasuk misalnya nanoteknologi, nanomaterial dan sebagainya ya, menggunakan gelatin sebagai bahan dasarnya. Ini yang kita lakukan. We conduct workshop on halal gelatin dan sebagainya. Ini pilot plan gelatin yang ada di Malaysia ya, di sebuah lembaga di kolaborasi kami di Malaysia. Indonesia impor gelatin dalam jumlah yang luar biasa besar tadi ya, ratusan miliar per tahun. Kemudian yang lain-lainnya adalah Indonesia itu punya potensi sumber daya alam luar biasa. Kalau kita jeli seperti yang tadi pemerintah Korea menyediakan fermenter misalnya untuk desa yang ada jeruk nipisnya, ini semua petani di desa itu menjadi apa namanya pengusaha ya, jadi pengusaha karena menjadi sebuah pabrik, jadi pemerintah menyediakan pabrik. Dan di Indonesia, nah ini yang harus kita siasati. Kita tuh punya sumber daya alam. Saya pernah jalan ke Sulawesi misalnya, ada rumput laut seperti ini dibuang di pinggir jalan. Padahal kalau di Jepang, saya riset di Jepang ini menjadi obat macam-macam ini. Jadi suplemen ya. Jadi suplemen karena dia mengandung antioksidan, anti kanker, anti diabetik, anti inflamasi, dan yang paling itu tuh anti obesitas. Ya, jadi biasa Jepang kultur makan apa namanya rumput laut ini adalah cukup tinggi dalam budaya Jepang ya. Ini riset-riset yang kita lakukan bagaimana dia bisa menjadi anti obesitas ya, kontrol misalnya ini tisunya, dan ini kalau makan rumput lautnya jadi tetap ini ya beratnya tetap, sedangkan ini membesar. Ini yang kita lakukan. Terakhir ini laboratorium yang kita punya di Malaysia dan kita coba kembangkan juga di UAD ya, insya Allah lumayan lengkap sekarang UAD. Brothers and sisters, one more thing that we have not to forget. Ya, yang pertama itu adalah we need to educate the society. Jadi no point ya kita di university misalnya ada di mahasiswa tahu semuanya, tapi society-nya nggak mendukung. Susah ya. Jadi kita harus menyampaikan ini. Anggaplah ini sebagai sebuah dakwah. Ya, apa yang kita harus lakukan misalnya melalui saluran-saluran yang kita punya, sosial media atau saluran televisi dan sebagainya. Kalau di Malaysia ya biasa kita juga saluran TV dan radio dan sebagainya. Tantangan lain yang mungkin yang terakhir ini adalah di dunia ini banyak sekali lembaga sertifikasi dan ini menjadi tantangan tersendiri. Kenapa? Karena setiap negara itu punya bukan standar berbeda, standar halal itu sama, cuman prosesnya, prosedurnya yang berbeda-beda ini yang membuat kadang-kadang industri merasa dirugikan ya dan sebagainya. Nah, ini saya pernah nulis juga di Jakarta Post. Yang lain mungkin saya akan skip saja. Saya rasa itu dulu Mas Raka karena mungkin waktu ya dan Ustadz Majid mungkin akan menyampaikan juga setelah ini. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Saya akhiri dengan billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir atas pemaparannya. Ini insya Allah kita akan lebih banyak praktikal kepada pertanyaan nanti setelah ini gitu ya, Prof.
Siap, insya Allah.
Nanti untuk saat ini kita akan berlanjut kepada speaker berikutnya karena tadi Profesor sudah bilingual gitu. Saya coba kemudian switch ke bilingual. Hello, Brother Majid. How are you, brother? Okay, he's already here. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, brother.
How are you, everyone?
Everything's great, of course. Okay, so before we go to Brother Majid, let me try to read a little bit about his CV. Permission to read your CV, brother?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so here it is, the CVs. Okay, so oops, that's not okay. So our brothers, yes, brother Syed Sheful Majid. I call him brother because he's actually very close to me. So yeah, I call him brother, but it is actually not because it's in Taiwanese. And his name is Syed Sheful Majid, and this is the curriculum vitae, the CVs. As you can see here, right now working as translator. Assists translating documents both Chinese and Arabic, and so on and so forth. As you can see, he speaks English well, Arabic well, and Chinese, of course, extraordinary. And then educations, I'm going to just read the last one. It is Imam Muhammad Ibn Saud University, a diploma in Arabic language, and also National Exchange University before, bachelor's in Arabic language. And there are some experience, a lot of experience. Right now, I'm just going to read the recent one, Islamic Affairs Experts. Islamic Commercial Development Ltd. So what Brother Majid do is basically issue halal certificates to restaurants, hotel, hospital, tourism spots, slaughterhouse, and giving education training course to spread Islam value, and organizing Muslim travel activities. And I'm also one of the participants as well. Okay, so there's also a lot of things to read about here, but of course everyone here want to hear what Brother Majid has to say, and his materials and PPT as well. So without further ado, I'm going to give it to Brother Majid Sai. Here on forth, brother.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Good night, everyone. Hope you are fine, and thank you very much for inviting me to have this chance. Share with you about the halal food and the beverage in Taiwan. So here today, I'm gonna to share my full screen, right? Full screen.
Yes, we can see it. Okay, full screen.
So now I think everyone can see my presentation.
Yes.
Okay. Due to brother pick up for me the topic how to choose halal food and beverage in Taiwan. So I will gonna to use the 30 minutes to share with you some cases, many cases that everyone who lives in Taiwan will face, and the critical point or some interesting things that we should think about it. Okay, so as we live in Taiwan, all you can do is try to understand the ingredients. They may come from halal materials, because 90% of our daily food, especially for the meat, and the oil, we say lard, yeah, come from pork. So that's why we should be very careful. So I'm going to take 2 to 3 minutes to introduce myself and our company. After that, the whole part will only focus by the products, and we can discuss about it. For point 3 to point 6, that we will let some time for everyone, because maybe some of you live in Indonesia, or maybe some of your relatives, friends who will work in Taiwan in the future. I don't know, but of course now Taiwan providing many job opportunities for Malaysians and Indonesian, and welcome South Asian people to Taiwan, even get a passport. So our company, after I leave in CMA, as well that of course some of the my job or career life focusing in the service of providing halal certificate in Taiwan. But of course, each country have its regulations or policies. Taiwan in this field is open to everyone. So it also gives us many of chance, but also give us many of challenge. Second one, our company arrange Muslim travel. So any time of like a brother Raka join with us many times. So thank you also to share with us some of your efforts. We also who want to work with us on Muslim travel, Muslim tourism, welcome. Third, we also link to some business and job opportunity for Muslims and non-Muslims in Taiwan. So that's our company ICD do currently. So anyone you have any good idea or proposal, of course, after this presentation, I'm most welcome to work with us. So here is the type of the halal business or categories that we in the services of Taiwan companies or industries. For us, of course, the most important is restaurant and kitchen. And the second, that hotel who serve and the homestay who give, as well to provide the halal certificate. Third one is about the hospital or campus. Some of the companies who like NTUST or TMU or NTU, who also build out the Musalla, but some of the administrations who did not match, or maybe some points not match our regulation. So that's why we need to try to help them, issue them as a certificate and to maintain it. Number 4, store, like Index. I think every Indonesian in Taiwan knows the brand Index or EEC, which is led currently. I met with their owner and will soon also work with them. Start to make up some, inshallah, in the EEC and the Index stores, some big one, like a Taipei Main Station, like Asian Squares in Taichung. We will make a halal one, okay, halal restaurant, Musalla as well, for brothers and sisters, some in Taiwan who want to marriage, okay, and prayer time, maybe not near the masjid, we'll go with them. Of course, for the outbound and the inbound tourism, we work with travel agents to teach them, because if they don't know how to catering on the Muslim customers, there will be a big problem when they cooperate with the overseas travel agencies. Number 6, for the slaughterhouse, exactly, let meat like chicken and beef, especially the chicken, because chicken mostly Taiwan use the domestic one. For the beef and lamb, like the professor said, we import from New Zealand and Australia. Okay, so my voice is very clear, brother?
We can hear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next page. So now we're going to have some case analysis because some of you not in the FORMMIT Halal group, or some of you maybe just skip that point. So we're going to share about the products. Most of the products in Taiwan have ingredients they may come from animal origins. And the animal origins common one is pork. So that's why we should be very clear about it. First one, recently, a brother asked me, Ustad Majid, how about the tofu? Is it halal? Maybe some of them will think that, oh, come on, brother. Why he asked the tofu? Tofu is from yellow bean. It's natural halal. Why need to ask about this? So everyone just check. The left one, okay, the brand from the, I guess he gets from the Carrefour, okay? And the one, the tofu, the ingredients only water and tofu and yellow bean. Of course, it's halal. But the right one, which means Zhonghua tofu, and mostly have quantity market share in Taiwan. I don't know, but every supermarket you can see this brand. Okay, this brand of tofu, the critical point is that there is not just only water and the yellow bean. We can see it. There have in the second line after the Chinese War, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. And of course, the most common critical point, just like a professor mentioned, is emulsifier. So this one, we turn it into a shubuhat, okay? So that's why even like tofu, you should be care about it. But of course, some Indonesians don't know about Chinese. How can they tell apart? Maybe you can take a photo, upload it to Google Translate to see when they turn into the Bahasa or English, what's inside the ingredient. Or you can use the brother that cooperate with me as well, the Halal Ink, the scan barcode. Of course, some brothers said, oh, come on, it has some bug. Yeah, but yeah, inshallah, it will keep improvement. Anyone point out of it and will keep improve, of course. We are not 100% perfect. So this is the first case. They even like a tofu, that we should care about it. The right one is shubuhat. The left one is halal. Second one, crackers. Okay, I think many of you see the crackers, biscuit. This kind is good because it have at least they have an English one on the product description, so you can see it. It's from shrimp base, but the critical point is that it have a soy sauce. And why soy sauce is a critical point? Because like soy sauce and vinegar, we don't know that it may have alcohol or not. We don't know that it used which kind of brand of soy sauce. Especially in Taiwan, half of the brand of soy sauce add alcohol. So that's why this kind of crackers, it get into shubuhat. Third one, of course, we know that I think international brand biscuit like Doritos. Maybe you will feel that, oh, many things in Indonesian is halal. So when I go to Taiwan, same logic. Sorry, I should tell you that actually it's not. Because like this big company, you will set up the plant in each country. So if the plant is from Taiwan, Of course, the raw material is different. So the issue of Doritos in Taiwan is about cheese. The cheese, we have a natural one, imported one, and artificial one. So the artificial one will be an issue. So everyone, if you join with us and you are in Taiwan, be careful about Doritos. Maybe you can pick up some like chips like Lay's, but only you can choose the original, which just the potato and salt. Because you may see, wow, there are so many kinds of the flavors and the delicious, like chicken flavor, steak flavor, seaweed flavor, but we don't know it's okay or not. So should be careful, okay? Of course, you may have some issues or any questions we can discuss later. After that, chocolate. I know every of us we love chocolate, and we have many different brands in Taiwan. Some like Kinder, I think also available in Indonesia. But also the issue when you see chocolate, when you see something related to milk, cheese, chocolate, bakery things, the first point should be remind it may have a emulsifier. Second one, it may have gelatin. Third one, which kind of oil it used. So that's the critical point. We should care about it. After that, but still have some halal one like milk powder, Quaker. Okay, it mentioned that it's a full fat milk powder and lectrospore and kind of bacteria which is benefit for the children, for the kids. So like this kind of just the milk or the milk powder, if no flavor, I mean pure one, original one, no flavor, usually it will be halal one. Usually it will be halal one. Second, biscuit. This one recently, one brother asked, Majid, can we eat this? The lemon flavor. And they show me the ingredients here, okay? So I say it's okay. After that, someone asked me, oh, you have the fatty eggs. Okay, you have the fatty eggs. So how about the fatty eggs? We know that emulsifier in Taiwan for the FDA is have an approval list of regulations. Some of them animal-based, some of them plant-based, some of them chemical-based. This one is mineral-based, which is from the salt and the magnesium. So if kind of emulsifier, it mentioned the ingredients, okay, we can trace what kind of emulsifier you use. But usually you will not see this one. So it keep asking me, oh, so what kind of emulsifier we can use? Sorry, I should tell you that usually in Taiwan, no company will mention out this so detailed, okay? So we just look it as a shubhat. Otherwise, mostly you have a suspicious will eat something haram, okay? Then the bread of roll. Okay, some of them, like many of us, we go to Costco in Taiwan. Okay, go to Carrefour. You have a bakery pot. Okay, fresh one. The bread or roll. So can we eat? So of course, the Chinese mention the ingredients. They have flour, water, sugar, powder, salt, yeast, and the sesame. So some of them will mention what kind of the butter, like the New Zealand anchor butter. So if like a New Zealand anchor butter, this one is halal one, or French president butter. We know this brand, well known, halal certified, we can use. But it just mentioned butter. If it just mentioned butter, then it becomes shubhat because we don't know what kind of butter it used. Okay, but at least you will mention that due to the workshop or production method used in our bakeries, it is possible that trace of mango, nuts, wheat, grain, egg, milk, soy, or lab products may be present or in any of our bakery items. Okay, why I mentioned about this? Because it's the energy information. And Taiwan recently changed our FDA regulations. So it's according to Taiwanese who will mostly allergy those kind of ingredients. So you will mention that, oh, this bread may have a same production line with like a mango, egg, milk, soy, and relatives. So if you have allergy to this, better you avoid this one. Okay. So sadly, you have enough pork. If we have allergy information, maybe we can mention that, oh, this kind of products, it have the same production line with pork. So maybe inshallah, this is also an interesting point that we can try to cooperation with government. After this one, pineapple cake. I know many of you know that when some of them buy souvenirs back to Indonesia. Well, ask Ustad, which kind of pineapple cake we can eat? Yeah, mostly pineapple cake, critical, because our traditional pineapple cake used by pork oil, by lard. So, like this brand, Jiate, very famous. You even can get it in 7-Eleven or Family Mart. It use the imported natural butter, but we don't know which kind of butter they use. So that's why in our category, this one is shubhat. Even, okay, many of us, like many of you, when local Chinese learn little bit, but when you see, oh, there's a vegan label, there is a lacto vegetarian, so it's halal. Sorry, we need to tell you, everyone, be careful. Vegetarian, okay, no problem. For me, I think say once again and again, vegetarian doesn't mean halal in Taiwan. Vegetarian food doesn't mean halal in Taiwan because it have so many critical points. Okay, so like for example, this one, okay, some people like vegetarian. I can eat egg, I can eat butter or milk. So for me, no issue. But for us, it's relative to halal regulations. Okay, rice bowl. Everyone every day go to 7-Eleven, no matter what time. And each of us in the food section will see this one. Oh, it said tuna with onion and celery. Oh, no pork, alcohol free. So I take it. Sorry. The interesting point that if you buy a natural one, we only know that the rice bowl, only rice, right? Okay, nasi, right? And the seaweed, and the tuna, and the onion. If we, okay, food street, right? Indonesia have many food courts, small business, yeah, right? We know, oh, cooking in front of you, you know what kind of ingredients they use. Rice bowl as well. But any food in the 7-Eleven, when you go to the rear side, you see, wow, so many Chinese words. What does it mean? It means that this rice ball, okay, it comes from many things. It have a 20 to 30 ingredients. So you just buy one rice ball, you can eat 30 ingredients. Just think of it. Is it healthy or not healthy? Maybe you can see a brother, oh, chemical, just very little, because each rice ball only have a little. Exactly, you are right. But every day you eat little, one by one, step by step. That's why we can say Taiwanese, you know, we have a very one common disease, which means our kidney and diabetes, because our daily life food issue. So the halal about the health should not eat chemical. So too much of chemicals, everyone should care about it. So this one also we cannot eat. Okay, you have a soy oil, you have the vinegar, you have the emulsifier. Same issues. Vegan food. Now 7-Eleven and the Family Mart, because in Taiwan, the vegetarian consumers become more and more. So it have a all vegetarian section. So maybe we think, well, it's Muslim friendly. Sorry, it's vegetarian friendly, not Muslim friendly, okay? So this fried rice as well. The issue, we have an emulsifier. The issue, we have a soy oil. The issue, we have a vinegar. Okay? And we don't know it comes from alcohol one or not alcohol one. Even you ask them, you will not get the real answers. Okay, I got 5 messengers in the chat room. No problem. We will talk later. Fried rice. Yimei, also well-known brand, right? You have a milk, you have a snacks, you have even fried rice. So this is a salmon fried rice. Sorry, the ingredient, this one is haram because it just mentioned the biling, which is usually used in Japanese cuisine. I know some of you like to eat sushi, right? Okay, sushi shop. If you take the sushi shop only fish, rice, you eat directly, no problem. Some of you can accept sashimi, okay, it's okay. But the critical point is the Japanese soy sauce, miso soup, and the wasabi. Yeah, I know some of the Indonesian, mostly of our brothers and sisters, we eat spicy. So wasabi also spicy, but wasabi also have a lot of alcohol, which means haram. But alhamdulillah, we still find one. It's a halal one. So you can take screenshot of this kind, maybe in the 7-Eleven or Family Mart or email shop. If you can get this shrimp nasi goreng, shrimp nasi goreng, yeah, this is a good one. It's halal. Okay, so it's different from salmon. But if you ask me, oh brother, Ustad, why this is halal and the fish is haram? Of course, fish have more things need to add in the additives to preserve. So that's why the recipe different. So the shrimp doesn't need to add biling, and the fish, they make the biling, and the biling have alcohol. Okay, after many kind of foods, let's talk about the juice. Juice have an issue or not? Actually, everyone is good. Just in case, so they upload the photo to me to just in case for the safety. But usually the juice here is okay. Okay, everyone, you see the natural juice in Taiwan, no matter which brand, usually it's fine. The beverage, it will have issues, usually come from things they may inside have the milk or cream or butter, like the maintaining coffee, okay, or like a latte. This one will have an issue. Okay, so juice, okay, no matter mango or orange, usually is okay. Okay, come for another issue. Yakult, the Japanese drinks. Of course, we know that many of you will eat or drink this one. Usually this one is fine, but the yogurt will be a critical point because the yogurt, as we mentioned, from the bacteria is bacteria based, and they will add alcohol to kill the bacteria. So that's why we should be careful about it. So different flavor, but it's okay. Last part, interesting point. Costco pizza, seafood pizza. Some of them say, oh, Majid, the tomato one is used puree. I can tell you, okay, this is fine. And the pizza use mozzarella cheese. It's from Italy, halal one. It's okay, fine. But here the point I just want to share with you. You can think and let everyone to think by yourself. You accept or not accept. Costco usually they mainly fresh in their food and beverage section. We know it. Okay, if you go Costco. Okay, pizza, many different kinds. So you think that maybe we choose the seafood one? Good. But some, some brothers sisters, if they see there is a bacon one, they cook together inside the oven. If, what if there is a kind of slightly sliced part of the bacon mixed with your order, then you will eat. So the issue is not about this order that you order the seafood pizza. Okay, this one is halal, but the former one is non-halal, even haram, because he used pork, bacon, or ham. No, haram. So when one by one and the people business very rush time, okay, very crowded, what do you think? I think have a okay possibility, maybe, yeah, Allahu Alam, right? So we will work as a power team to reach the most valuable things that can serve or benefit Muslims in Taiwan. Halal is just part of it, because many of us students, professor, also can accept part-time job. You need translation. We also seek some translation, but of course we need some who can speak Chinese well. So also some of them say, "Hey, Majid, maybe we can do business together. Some products from Indonesia is good to import or export to Taiwan. Maybe we can try simple online shop, or maybe we can make any website. No issues for me. Most of you are welcome. From even like okay, some university like the Muhammadiyah system, they maybe want to cooperate with Taiwan. Okay, no problem. Tell me. We make proposal. We tell the Taiwan University campus can sign up the MOU with you. But before that, they should set up well known, like the dormitory, the toilet have a facility for Muslims. There are too many classrooms which is empty. Maybe we can turn one of them become musalla, turn one of them become a halal kitchen for students, cook halal food by yourself. Why not? So still there are many things we can do. So let's share about it. So if you have any questions, mostly welcome. My email here, my number here, my line here. Because in Taiwan, not like another country, mostly each country use WhatsApp, but in Taiwan use Line. So together we can do more. So think about yourself, about the halal issues that maybe anyone we can discuss later. Okay, Jazakallah khairan.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Fine. And Brother Majid, thank you so much for the materials, the knowledge and insights that you share for tonight, for this evening. I'm also sending these ones. So everyone, let me try to conclude from both lecturers for today before we go to the questions for the part of the lectures. So I think I'm going to try to tell it out in Bahasa and also in English. So the first ones, we know that in a Muslims countries, more of them is also knows about halal, and halal is not just symbolics, but it's actually quality of life. And because it's halal, that means halal is the symbol of quality, like Professor Dr. Irwandi just said. And there's also technologies that have by most of the universities in Malaysia, and also there's going to be ones in Indonesia to detect halal scientifically, and that is really good for the technologies. And also most products, as said by professors and also Brother Majid's, mostly came from lard and pork. So we need to be careful. It can be either for the necessities, not just food and beverages. Sometimes it could be our mostly used things, and we need to be careful on that. And also we need to also educate the society, not just know about it ourselves, but when we know about it, we need to share the knowledge, like what Brother Majid said. We try to think together, we try to share it out. So therefore more people will know about this, and they can live in a way for halal and better quality of life. And also in Brother Majid's side, here in PPT shows also that we all live in Taiwan, but be careful that ingredients sometimes may come from haram material. So we need to be very careful. And Brother Majid also mentions about the company that he works for. And the critical part in Taiwan, mostly it's about emulsifier. So he said that there are three priorities. The first one is emulsifiers, and look for the gelatins and oil. This is specifically for chocolate and some products that may use some milk and cheese and so on and so forth. And we also have a mindset, because be careful of this mindset that in Indonesia this product is halal, but turns out here in Taiwan it's not halal. Yeah. So it has a different way and regulations, right, Brother Majid, to determine some products is halal in which and specific countries. And also vegan doesn't mean it's halal, so we need to be careful. If it has a vegan logo, sometimes it might be added by alcohols or mirin or some of parts of alcohols, and also soy sauce. Be careful about that. And if it looks suspicious, we might try to take our careful, so we don't consume that. It may be haram. And then if it is safe, some of the company in Taiwan mostly use the same oven and the same cooking materials. So like what Brother Majid said, if any of it's contaminated, like bacon or large products contaminated with one another with the just seafood products, then it becomes haram as well. So we need to be careful on that. Jadi itu kira-kira rekan-rekan tadi saya sampaikan secara bahasa Inggris. Ada beberapa hal yang butuh kita pertimbangkan, dan itu salah satunya juga beberapa hal termasuk dari atas sampai bawah, dari ingredients-nya yang kemungkinan tercampur dengan bahan-bahan yang haram, lalu setelah itu juga cara masaknya juga kalau dari Brother Majid. Nah tadi kita juga mengetahui tadi Profesor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir mengenai bagaimana kita tidak hanya mengetahui ilmu ini pada diri kita saja, namun kita juga harus sharing. Nah saat ini kita akan masuk kepada discussion. Mohon izin Prof, saya dan Brother, I'm going to share my screen to actually this is a collection of questions. Ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan ya di chat. Jadi akan saya tunjukkan di PPT yang saya miliki. So this is the PPT that I had. I'm going to try to share screen. And I think it goes and specific into speakers. So the first one, I hope everyone sees the share screens. It's from Ramadan. Thank you for the questions. And it is also stated in English. So I'm going to read this one. So the first one is, many Muslims and non-Muslim foods entrepreneurs don't have priority about halal and halal certificate. They sell food in Muslims community. What is the solution? So they sell food in the Muslim community, but it doesn't have halal certificate. That is the first question from Ramadan. And the second one, in Indonesia, many big restaurants don't have halal certificates, and maybe they don't care about it. Maybe there is no rule to punish if they don't have halal certificates. How about Malaysia or other country? This is specifically asked to Professor Dr. Iwandi Jaswir. So boleh Profesor mungkin dijawab untuk pertanyaan yang pertama, dua pertanyaan ini terlebih dahulu. Mohon izin Prof, sepertinya mikrofon masih di mute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Brother Raka, and thanks for Brother Ramadan. Yeah. For these two questions, number one is what the solution? I think everyone can read the questions. Many Muslim and non-Muslim food entrepreneurs don't have priority about halal. So in my opinion, I think the most important thing is that the halal awareness by the community is play a very important role. If the society have a better understanding about halal, then the demand to the entrepreneurs to produce halal product is there. So this is something that I think really the key point why halal certification in Malaysia is so advanced, and this country is ranked number 1 in the world, because the halal awareness among the society is very high. I give you example. In Malaysia, there is no compulsory halal certification. Everything is voluntary. It is not like in Indonesia. In Indonesia, according to the Undang-Undang, number 33 to in the year 2014, every products and services must be certified halal. Circulated Indonesian market must be certified halal. This is very, very strong message to the entrepreneur that you need to provide halal products. So in Malaysia, no. In Malaysia, it's like in Indonesia before 2014, which is very, not mandatory. So what make Malaysian halal is better or in advance, because the society knows halal better than in other country. So to me, halal awareness is very important. For example, if a small kid want to buy a product in Malaysia, they know already in the mindset, they need to choose only halal certified product. So halal logo need to be there, etc. And it will push the entrepreneur to produce halal product. So the top-down policy is also very, very good, like in Indonesia, but it takes time. Like now, I think the Undang-Undang started 2014, but until now it's still in the process. MUI and then also BPJPH, Kementerian Agama. It's not settled yet. It's already 8 years. And then it's only focused on food at the moment. Cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, not yet in the enforcement. So it may take. But if the demand coming from the society, meaning demand coming from the market, then the entrepreneur will do it voluntarily. So this is the approach that we need to think about. Second, the question number 2, Indonesia, many big restaurants. As I mentioned just now, Indonesia, everything is in place already. The undang-undang, the acts, everything is there. The problem is the enforcement. yes, I agree with you. Enforcement. Sometimes people, the punishment, everything is not there. Yeah, the people, the way they obey the rule is different. You know, the way I think the better way is that we educate them. We educate the restaurant owners. Please provide this, and if you do not do this, the impact. Another things for me that for owners or for entrepreneurs, we can include the scientific or research or findings to tell them, you know, that, for example, if you have the halal logo, your business sale will increase by 20%, for example. So definitely they will go for that certification. So a lot of research conducted here to study, to investigate these things, and everything show the positivity of the halal logo, meaning that is something that confirm halal will increase the sales of the industry. So this is 2 points that I would like to highlight tonight. It is there under regulation Indonesia, but the implementation, enforcement, and then what they call this punishment, if any, need to be strengthened. I believe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for the answers. I think hopefully it answers Brother Ramadan's questions. So the second one, I think it goes straight to Brother Majid. I also believe that he also answers in the chat box. So you might want to give your thoughts here verbally. The questions is from Ms. Nur Hasanah. Brother Majid presents many cases about food and focus on ingredients. So how about the process? Is the productions process considered to give halal certifications and so forth? What do you think about this, Brother Majid? Please.
Yeah, for the last point we mentioned or share is that the pizza about the process, right?
Yes.
So, but they are not halal certified. So, for me, for this, which is not halal certified, it just belongs to yourself to think yourself when you want to trace more. Okay. First point we trace about the ingredient. So if you accept, okay, go. Second one, if you want to trace about the process, of course, for the halal certification, of course, for us, we must check all of the production line and the process of making food. We cannot make cross-contamination. So for any company or factory, it cannot say, oh, okay, this morning we produce the halal one. After lunch, we clean, we make the haram one. And after the duty, we clean it, okay? We wash it, we clean it, then use the same production line, the facility. Second day, morning, we use halal one. No, we cannot accept. So in the process, of course, we need to care about it. So the consider to give the halal certificate, of course. But I should say it's for me. It's for me. Taiwan have around 10 to 15 halal certification body. I know some of them running by non-Muslim. Why? Oh, Taiwan can accept non-Muslim issue halal certificate. Yes, Taiwan can accept. We are not a Muslim country. So don't use your okay, we are Indonesian, we are Malaysian, we are in the Islamic country. So don't use your background to put the Taiwan background as well. So this is very important, okay?
Okay, I believe hopefully that answers the questions. Now we're going to go to the next questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is being asked to both lecturers. I believe Professor Irwandi going to answer first. From Mujahid Ramadan, how to escalate halal food consuming trend during this happening teenagers lifestyle, which proudly ignoring even the basic aspects like healthy food. what approach method could be effective to apply? Maybe Professor Irwan, you want to answer first?
Yeah, thank you for these questions. How to escalate halal food consuming trend during this happening teenager lifestyle? As I think during the presentation, I did mention that halal need to be followed by Taiwan aspect. Yeah. So in this situation, this current situation, where people, a lot of platform now, social media, etc., and then all the information is transferred from one to another very, very quick, and to me, it's better it doesn't mean that we need to ignore halal, but we can give a focus on the Taiwan aspect, because it gives the teenagers a lot of information that they relate to their daily life. So, and then it trigger them to know more, to study more about halal after that. Yeah, so the door is the Taiwan aspect. For example, is the healthy food. Why we do not take this ingredient, for example, yeah. And just now, Brother Majid mentioned about polysaccharide, monosaccharide as emulsifier, for example, various type of oils. So why we choose this? Why not this? So when we study this type of oil, for example, some oil is very unsaturated, some oil is very, very, very saturated, which is not really healthy, So we can start with this, so that it may attract attention from teenagers. Yeah, I prefer the aspect of Taiwan, nutritional value, the cleanliness, a balanced diet, and then the side effect, etc. We highlight this, and then make the young and then the teenager will be more attracted to study about halal. So it doesn't mean that halal is secondary, but this is the door that we open for them is through this way. So that I think this is there is many countries now try to include the Taiwan aspect in the halal. I think I mentioned also in the halal standard. And then, for example, in Singapore now, the sugar intake, for example, the sugar intake need to be reduced up to certain percentage, and then including in the soft drinks. So, and then we know that the intake of sugar is if you take excessive, for example, it become dangerous for your health. So it is in line with Islamic halal code, So I think this is very, very relevant nowadays. In Southeast Asia, in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, obesity rate is high. Why not we start from this? So we attract the young people that if you consume this too much, and then it make your obesity will increase, etc. So your body weight will increase. Then they may be interested in this. So from that, they start to learn about halal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for the answer. How about Brother Majid's things about this one?
All of us pass the period of teenagers, right?
Yes.
We eat junk food. We like fried chicken. We like many things not healthy, but it's delicious. So,
Brother, I believe your voice is a little bit choppy.
Point, I just want to share that why not tell them eat something that delicious. And we to eat the fried things, right? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Maybe the website signal not
Yeah.
very stable.
Okay, we can still hear you some part of it.
Is it better?
Somewhat better. You might want to try and speak longer. Okay. Okay, it's okay, I think, brother. Hopefully later our brother Majid will try to join us with us again. Okay, I believe it's okay. So let's try to proceed with the next questions. As what we said, let me just to discuss about the first questions first. That we also like said by Professor that it is just not just halal, but it's actually halal and tayyib. So that means it is also halal and tayyib for our body. And a lot of countries right now, it's being procedurally generated as a regulations for a of tayyib's food. So that means we need to safely sound it for that and hopefully educate as well that it is
Hello.
better to consume halal
Sorry,
and
I'm
tayyib
back.
foods. Oh, okay. Welcome back, brother. Okay, you might want to
Sorry,
give
okay.
your opinion about
Okay.
this first question.
Just 5 seconds. I mean,
Okay.
share with them, share with
Yeah,
them
sure,
the
sure.
halal food they like to eat, or choose the food they like to eat by its a kind of halal version. For example, I like fried chickens. Okay, Taiwan so many kind of fried chicken, but maybe we can eat halal one because its oil is more healthy. So that's an example. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, brother, for the answers. And we go to the next questions. I believe it's the same idea. So for this one, it's a little more questions into a social background. I believe I'm going to go with Professor Iwandi first for this one. So it is more like education backgrounds and social backgrounds. So those are maybe for those privileged persons. But how about those ones who are poor and doesn't have any education access to know the products that halal and doesn't have any options to choose like cheap food from the markets and so on and so forth. How do you see these problems, Professor, in our society?
Thank you, ini Miss Berlian or
Yes.
Mr. Berlian. Yeah. First, we had to bear in mind that halal is not necessarily a more expensive. So the concept must be like that, you know. Halal is not necessarily more expensive items or products. Yeah, perhaps some halal products are more expensive, but in general, halal or in the basic concept, halal is just something the same thing as the other products. Okay, so this is just a matter of how the product is available in the market or accessible to certain group of people. So that's why when we had to look at this as in the largest perspective, I always mention this in any forum, international forum, that the importance of the government to encourage SME, a small medium enterprise, to come up with this product so that the product is cheaper and also accessible to, let's say, less privileged people, or we cannot say the poorer people, but maybe they do not have access for that. So the best thing in halal, of course, we provide product ourselves. Yeah. Or if we know the raw material, everything we provide ourselves, and then the cost will be cheap. But you still can find cheaper product, and yet they're halal. Yeah. So this is something. I mean, if we think that halal is always more expensive product, then our mindset is already different, you know. But in the reality, halal product is not that more expensive in majority of the product. Yeah, perhaps it's slightly more expensive because there is a cost for certification. But in our study, it doesn't make. I do not know in Taiwan, in some non-Muslim country, but in our study, a certain country that we studied, that halal certification doesn't make the products more expensive. Yeah, they follow some other standard, for example, certification like ISO, etc. You know, and then the cost for certification, halal certification, the cost for the ISO, etc., not much different. Yeah, meaning that the cost should not be increased because the just because of the product is halal. So this is the thing, yeah. And then for the government, they need to encourage more people to provide halal products, especially SME, small medium enterprise, because small medium enterprise is producing product with a cheaper price. Yeah, because of the cost. Manpower, everything is cheaper for SME, so the product at the end product is also cheaper, and then we need to make them available, yeah, for anybody, including what so-called just now poor people, yeah, or less fortunate people. So to me, we have to change our mindset first, not necessarily more expensive. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for the answers. Maybe Brother Majid want to give an opinions about this one, about these questions on the right.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. Okay, we can see you again.
No,
Okay.
I afraid the signal, so that's why I close my camera.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Brother, sister, Berlin. I agree with you. I have a different point of view with the professor. Why? The reality of Taiwan that the halal food is more expensive. Exactly. Especially the meat. Ayam, sapi, anything, any kind, beef. Every month increase the cost. You will feel that if you cook yourself. Even like about the halal issue one, the egg, okay? From the 1 kilo 40 NT dollars to 50 NT dollars, which is 20% increase. Chicken 20% increase, egg 20% increase, halal lamb and beef 20% increase. What can you do? Of course, you choose non-halal one. You choose pork free or tofu free. That's the maximum I can accept because we need to live. When I'm poor, I have no money. Alhamdulillah, I eat Indomie. Yeah, Indomie is cheap and halal. Good. Alhamdulillah. But when I'm getting rich, I go to the 101, eat halal steak. Exactly. So for the question, how can they choose cheap food and other product in the market? I have some suggestions. Who have not very well educated people. Many of them work in Taiwan. We know that it's happening. Around 300,000 Indonesians now. Worker, factory, caregiver. But it's not the what they want. Yeah, if they have a halal one and they know, of course they can choose, but halal expensive one, what can they do? So my suggestion is that choose the natural one, the natural halal. No need to look up about this one processing food. Okay, need halal logo or not halal logo? No, just use the natural one. Choose the natural one, and also, of course, the cheap. Even like 7-Eleven, we found that it is no more cheap. Family Mart no more cheap, right? But at least you can choose the boiled egg. Simple one. Yeah. Why to pick up if the same price? Yeah, you can take one pack of the biscuit. You need to worry about the ingredient. Why not choose eat the egg? Natural, healthy, maybe. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, thank you so much for the answers and your opinion. Brother,
may I add
oh yeah,
a
sure.
bit more? Yeah.
Okay, Professor.
Yes, this is the reason why we have to look at the wider scope. You know, to me, I think I'm among the ones who like to I think in every forum I mentioned is that we should not take halal certification as a business, you know, as a business. We should not. Halal certification should be our task, our responsibility to help the Muslim consumers. So, but unfortunately now in the world, most of the Muslim community take advantage with the halal certification. They do halal certification as a business, then the price of the halal product become more expensive. And the victim is our brothers and sisters, which are less fortunate. So so this is like chicken and eggs in a way, you know, but this is one of the idea. If we can harmonize, I think I also touched a little bit in my presentation, if we can harmonize the halal certification, and then it can reduce the halal product, because the process from our experience, yeah, my background is food science technology. We know the processing, they're not much different whether you produce cheese, halal cheese and non-halal cheese. The problem is whether you use a halal enzyme or not. Only that. So the cost, if you really prepare, and then the cost should be the same, similar. And the problem perhaps during preparing the halal logos, halal certification, there are people who get more advantage in that process. For example, certification bodies and etc. So that the price in the end will increase, and then our people who cannot, our society who cannot, some of them may not be able to purchase the product. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Wendy, for the addition answers for the this question. So I think this one is more precisely specific to Professor Irwandi. Yeah, the first question on the left here, harmonization. So it is possible, it is said here, apakah mungkin untuk mengharmonisasi antar negara between countries harmonizations? Your thought.
Iya, terima kasih. Ini pertanyaan dari Profesor Nur Hasanah. Iya, theoretically, kita bicara teori dulu. Secara teori mungkin ya, secara teori mungkin. Karena apa? Karena halal is derived from Quran and Sunnah. The standard is the same. So why we cannot standardize? Yeah, the problem is we do not want to unite. We do not want to unite. Every country is very proud with their own logos. Yeah, in some country like in Japan, there are 18 certification bodies. In the country where halal is not governed, I mean, it's not regulated by the government. I mean, everyone can become having the certification bodies. So this is the issue. The implication is that the cost will be borne to the entrepreneur, to the industry. I think I have an example. My friends here who produce cosmetic from Korea already got the halal certification from Jakim in Malaysia. But when she want to export the product to Indonesia, and then she need to get another halal certification from MUI, Majelis Ulama Indonesia. And then it will give impact for reputation of Islam as a religion. People will question, what's the difference halal in Malaysia and the halal in Indonesia? The same Islam. What's the difference Islam in Malaysia, Islam in Indonesia? Even neighboring countries, we cannot unite. And then every year, there are various types of halal certification, harmonization meetings, conference, forum, etc. But it's just a matter of to harmonize it. People may say that, oh, we have a different mazhab, and then we cannot be united. So the problem so far is not because of the mazhab. The problem is we want to take advantage of the halal certification. We do not want to lose. Because in the certification, there are some fees that you need to pay, and then just multiply with the number of products, number of the companies, number of the industry. So this is the reason. And then if the question is, apakah ini sesuatu yang mungkin? Nah, ini pertanyaannya. I believe in that many idea. Menurut saya mungkin, tapi when is that is another story. So we may have it, I think next 10 years perhaps, or maybe next 20 years, I do not know. Kenapa? Because kalau ISO saja bisa menjadi satu standar yang universal, kenapa tidak halal? Halal is something yang sudah ada dalam Al-Quran. Hanya satu halal. Kalau halal di Indonesia, halal juga di Afrika Selatan, sama. Paling berbeda-beda sedikit yang kita bisa buat dalam bentuk catatan kalau buat sertifikasi. Itu saja barangkali yang bisa. Sekedar masukan. Terima kasih.
Nah, kebetulan ada konteks juga nih, Prof, langsung dengan Indonesia about berita di sebelah sini begitu ya. Tadi saya sempat cek juga, kayaknya judulnya ada yang di situ ya, Indonesia penduduk muslimnya terbesar, tapi industri halalnya tak masuk 10 besar kayak gitu ya. Ada yang menanyakan, is this news is true? How about Professor Iwandi thoughts about this one?
Iya, kalau dari segi ranking yang dikeluarkan oleh ada disebut dengan Dinar Index ya, tadi saya sebut rankingnya, kita tuh berada di posisi nomor 4 sekarang. Tapi posisi Dinar Index itu bukan melihat seberapa besar kita menikmati kue yang 3,1 triliun dolar tadi. Jadi beda ya. Jadi ada negara-negara malah tidak masuk ranking, tapi dia dari segi industrinya itu sudah menguasai. Contohnya ayam halal terbesar dunia kan Brazil. Ayam halal terbesar di dunia itu Brazil. Jadi maksud tulisan di Kompas ini yang saya tangkap, saya tidak bisa bacanya, ada link di sini. Maksudnya adalah mungkin kita penduduk muslim terbesar, tapi kita belum menjadi produsennya gitu ya. Kita masih berkutat sebagai konsumen. Sekarang dengan adanya perhatian pemerintah, ada beberapa inisiatif, misalnya ada KNEKS dan sebagainya, ini membuat ranking kita meningkat Karena ranking Dinar Index itu salah satunya itu adalah perhatian pemerintah, kebijakan pemerintah dan sebagainya. Tapi maksud yang dimaksudkan oleh Kompas ini adalah kritik untuk diri sendiri, kita sendiri. Apakah kita betul-betul sudah menjadi produsen? Menurut saya sangat setuju dengan ini. Kenapa? Contohnya yang saya riset tadi itu 10 ingredient untuk industri makanan dari emulsifier, flavors, coloring, etc. Kita itu import semua. Import semua. Jadi kita lebih suka import CPO, ekspor CPO misalnya, ketimbang kita memproduksi minyak goreng misalnya seperti itu. Jadi belum ada sentuhan teknologinya yang lebih dominan. Jadi ini yang harus kita perbaiki dan ini itu jawaban saya untuk Ibu Hawa ya. Terima kasih.
Siap, terima kasih Profesor atas jawabannya, mantap sekali. Oke, karena kita bisa langsung next ke berikutnya. Tadi saya sempat dinotif juga sama Brother Majid that he said that he will going to have attend another meeting. So this final questions, I think it's for Brother Majid. So from Kaliana, is it still possible for you, brother? Okay, so this final questions, I believe you also answers in the chat, but maybe you want to also say here verbally about this question. Yes. Okay, so what do you think about this one? Challenge and educations of halal.
I talk for the for this one, school. I told them why elementary or elementary to university. Okay, if for the general, university is more easier because campus for the reality, Taiwan giving birth little and little. We need people come to Taiwan for study. Otherwise, the school, university will close. So the policy in the future, Ministry of Education will open more and more quota, provide more and more scholarship to overseas students, which means that Indonesian students will have more chance to get a scholarship study in Taiwan. So that's why if for the campus or university will have a more chance to touching the Islamic culture, because for their business, they want overseas students. For elementary, no. Maybe, but not now. Because also many Indonesian, many Taiwanese, right? So give birth, their children become health and health. If some of them learning Bahasa well, okay, follow the Islamic role, okay, performing Islam, Muslim, then when they entering the elementary school, they will follow. And elementary school will see, oh, we have Muslim students, so we need education. So we'll start to approach those Muslim community or organization to educate the school. Otherwise, if the Indonesian wife, their children follow their husband, and we say the matruk, okay, leave the Islam family, so will become non-Muslim or non-performing Islamic Muslim. So for this one, university, the most possible one to do these things about the halal, about the Islam, about the musalla. After that, high school, after that, junior high school, after that, elementary. And what is the challenges to do that? The challenges to do that is that you need to find out which university have more Muslim students first. So those who have more demand, that's why, for example, NTUST, Musalla first, then halal restaurant second, even like a vegetarian, not certified, but vegetarian, oh, it's for Muslim students, so I should prepare some facilities for them. So this is, we back to the reality. Everything we should look back to the reality. So if there's a demand for halal and the student and for Islam, there will be more and more. So for halal issues, I just in the led to say that the challenges for us in Taiwan or Japan or Korea is the same. We have some following the halal regulations, halal certificate. We have also some fake halal certificate or not following. Maybe their material is okay, but they don't care about the process, and they also issue. Okay, so that's the challenges. But the challenges also means for the chance, which means that more and more people want to doing business with the Muslim. So halal actually is the business behavior. Then we put the religious spirituals inside. Otherwise, actually, when we talk about the Quran, talk about the prophet time, there is nothing about the halal law. Modern times, who doing first? Malaysia, Jakin, 1974. They're proud of this. Start propaganda, start promotion. Oh, how Jakin doing well? How Malaysia following? How? Okay, start. Okay, one by one. Approaching Europe, approaching another country. Okay, mutual regulation. Okay, MUI before one of them. After that, Indonesia become very good economy. 200 million Muslims here, okay? So, why not Indonesia make our own? So, MUI start, okay? Good. When becoming bigger, not government certified body, not like JAKIM governmental agency. MUI not governmental agency. So, BPJPH, okay, the role. But of course, Indonesian society regulation and the tempo slowly, okay, 2014 until now, not 400% regulation excuse. That's a reality. So it's about a business, okay?
Okay, thank you, brother, for the answers. And I believe that it concludes our final questions for today. First of all, I want to say also thank you because Professor Irwandi and Brother Majid that gives all the answers. Hopefully, everyone's here got the knowledge and insights which that we believe it's going to help us so much in the entirety of our life, because that is the entire topics of for tonight and for this evening is halal for better quality of life, and that is why we need to aim for that. So maybe before we continue to the next agenda, this is actually about door prize. I do want to invite everyone to open the cameras to take a little pictures first. Then after that, we're going to end our sessions just before Brother Majid also goes to
No
his
problem,
other meeting. Okay, okay. So I believe I'm inviting mohon izin rekan-rekan semua untuk membuka kamera for all the others that can be conducive for cameras to open their cameras, and we can try to take pictures together. Then after that, we're going to go to the ends and closings of tonight's seminar. So okay, everyone, please open your camera. Kita coba buka kamera terlebih dahulu, rekan-rekan semua. Oke, yang sedang bisa membuka kamera. Oke, tak apa ya. Sambil menunggu yang mungkin masih belum. Oke, ini ada beberapa. Jadi ada 2 slides. So we have 2 slides over here. So I'm going to take 2 pictures for the first slide and then the second slide. Oke. Mungkin langsung saja ya saya ambil ya. Okay, we're going to have a pictures in 1, 2. Don't forget to say cheese. Okay. 1, 2 and cheese. Okay. Got that, the first one, and then I'm going to go straight to the second one. Wait, let me go to the next slide. And this one, okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 times maybe because Allah loves the odd. Okay, so we go to and the final one. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, got it. Thank you everyone for the time. Those who have opened the cameras, I hope you all have a great time and great knowledge and insights to get from this seminar of today. Yes. Oh, sorry. I thought that was someone want to ask question or something like that. So once again, I want to say thanks our Professor Irwandi Jaswir, Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir, for the chance to share with us his knowledge. Jazakumullah khairan kasir, Professor. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, maybe host would want to help me to mute the voices. And then also thank you so much, Brother Majid, to share your knowledge to us, and it's more into a practical way. And hopefully these practicals, theories as well will help us in the future to decide which better for our quality of life by following the halal way. Okay, so I also want to mention, oh sorry, but maybe everyone wants to check their microphones, please. Ada minta tolong, Mbak. Okay, siap, sudah ya. Okay, so I think there's a door prize actually from the those who ask questions, and I think I'm going to just copy paste it into the chat for the ones that got the door prize. The name of, let me check. Okay, this is the first and the second questions of the of those who wants to ask questions other than the committee, because there's also Bu Nur Hasana, also Bu Keliana that also answers the questions. But because we want to give a chance to the participants, so the first questions and the door prize goes to Mr. Ramadan A and also Miss, I think, Berlian for today. And then I'm going to communicate with this with the committee. So therefore, hopefully you can contact us in order to get the door prize. So that's conclude our seminar for this evening. Hopefully it could be and lead our way to halal for better quality of life. And one point that we should take for Professor and Brother Majid is about that we need to be careful everything to be as a Muslims, and it could be including to go to the sections of Subuhat. But also don't forget that we need to share with others. What we know is not something we only know for ourselves, but it's actually to share with others. So therefore others could follow us too in the terms of following the halal for better quality of life. And don't forget that when doing halal as a certification, it is actually incorporating religions as well. So the main priority is Islam and how we can educate and direct people to choose the halal and tayyib's ingredients, and that is how we can lead our lives into the better futures. So that is the all in all that I could say to everyone. Once again, thank you for both of the lecturers and all of the participants that here that I cannot mention one by one. Hopefully you all have a great knowledge and insights after, because we say basmalah at the very first beginning, so we need to also say hamdalah, and we could try to recite hamdalah to end our evenings. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. And don't forget to add with istighfar, astaghfirullahaladzim, 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 and we could also with kafaratul majlis. I think that's all for me as Raka Ramadana from FORMMIT to be a MC or moderator for today. I hope we have a great time. So I believe there's also part 4 of ours halal for better quality of life. What time is it? It's going to be next Saturday. So next Saturday it is in 27th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Bu Nur Hasana. Okay, safe. So that is the final part. Hopefully everyone's going to go there as well, and we're going to meet again as well. So, but for tonight, I believe we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for the participations. For me, that's all. Alhamdulillah. Kurang lebih mohon maaf. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you everyone. Once again, terima kasih Pak Profesor Dr.
Ya,
Iwandi.
sama-sama. Izin pamit ya.
Ya, mari Ustaz.
Ya.
Ya, Profesor Nur Hasana sama, terima kasih. Brother Majid, thank you so much for the time. Hope you have a great time and evenings and activities.
Yes.
Okay, don't forget to contact me again. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, let's try to have a trip together.
No problem. Yeah,
No problem.
So next week also same topics for another speaker.